I hope your day is full of cows and chickens and roosters and llamas and alpacas and elk and deer and chimpanzees and bunnies and hummingbirds and parrots, and it's an animal intro. It's all things random animal and flamingos. Gotta have a flamingo. Guys, we have an amazing episode for you this week with Stephanie Simbari. We talk all things wellness. We talk tongue piercings. We talk male makeovers. We talk everything you've ever wanted to talk, we talk. You know what I mean? Stephanie's an amazing, amazing wellness podcaster. She has a podcast called That's So Retrograde. We sit down to talk wellness, and we knew each other from comedy. That's how we first met. So she's a comedian turned wellness aficionado. Is that even a word? Aficionado? You know what I'm going for, guys. She knows what she's talking about when it comes to wellness, and she's highly entertaining. I think you guys are going to love this week's episode. But before we get into this week's episode, there's just something I want to talk to you about, and that's Oh Yeah Socks. Check them out on ohyeah.com. That's 3 O's, HYEAH.com. Head to their website. Not only do they have amazing socks that they collaborate with different artists to make, so all the designs are really, really fun and exciting and different. You're not going to see these prints anywhere else. They have Brady Bunch socks. They have Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure socks. They have Bob Ross socks. They have Mr. Rogers socks. They have Bob Ross masks with straw holes so you can protect yourself and sip from your beverage while repping Bob Ross. And even better, I have a discount code, Sara10. That's right, SARA 10 for 10% off. Oh Yeah socks. They got masks. They got bandanas. It's definitely worth it if you're, I know some of you guys are cutting back your expenses this year, but let me tell you, you're always going to need a pair of socks. You're always going to need a bandana or a mask. So they also make great gifts. If you're looking for a, entertaining gift for someone in your life, you can get it. Maybe they're a big Brady Bunch fan. Maybe they're a big Bob Ross fan. Maybe they need a mask. There's a leopard print mask. There's a tie-dye print mask. There's ones that have holes cut out so you can sip your drink while being protected. Check them out. ohyeah.com. Discount code Sara10. SARA10. Again, ohyeah.com. Follow them on Instagram. Oh Yeah Socks. And I will link to all of that in the description. And guys, before we get into this week's episode with Stephanie Simbari, there's just one other thing I want to talk to you about, and that's Libra. Libra is this amazing dispensary. Their flagship store is based in Palm Desert. It is so well curated. I've been to so many dispensaries, and let me tell you, nothing compares to Libra. Follow them on Instagram at Libra Shops. Head to their website, librashop.com. They also offer delivery. So if you're afraid of the pandemic, the COVID, whatever, you can order delivery. So they really make it easy for you, and their selection's incredible. Their Budristas know a shit ton of information. I needed a good CBD rec. They asked me a series of questions, and then they gave me Care by Design, and honestly, it made a huge difference. So I can't recommend them enough. They truly, truly have one of the best curated dispensaries I've ever seen. And that means a lot coming from me because I've been to so many dispensaries. And I would not have them as a sponsor unless I was really stoked on them because there are so many different dispensaries. So head to their website, librashop.com. Support Oh Yeah Socks, support Libra, show them some love, let them know you're enjoying the podcast, follow them. I would appreciate it. Guys, also, if you're enjoying the show, please leave a review. I cannot tell you how much I would appreciate it and what a big difference it makes for this show. I want to hear from you. I want to connect with you. If you guys have any questions, you can always email Shenk, SHENK.pod@gmail.com. Leave a review. Let me know that you're enjoying the show. Please tell your friends about the show, promote the show, do what you can to help the show grow. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Shenk with Stephanie Simbari. Here it is, guys. Bye. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of Shenk. I'm Sara Weinshenk. Today's guest is Stephanie Simbari.
Hi.
Hi. I always start out formal. set the stage.
Sure.
For the listeners, even though we're friends and this is very casual.
Do we need any more formal information from me? Like my social security number?
Yes. Just the last four. The last four of the social.
8421.
Okay, perfect.
That's a lie.
That was?
Yeah.
You said it so fast that I was like, there's no way that's not the last four. I'm like, are we going to have to edit that out?
Nope.
The last four of your social number... the social security number is weird in general. There's like a phone... There's like... You're assigned a number, and that's... Your life depends on it, essentially.
Yeah, I was actually talking about this with my neighbors the other day because they're not from America.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's embarrassing because I wasn't really sure what the point of the social security number was.
Were they don't have a social security number?
I think they have like a government ID number. It's the same thing. I always thought it was you have the number that you're paying money back into so you can get social security payout when you're old.
Oh.
That's what I thought it was.
I thought those two things had nothing to do with each other.
We don't know anything. And this is why our democracy is crumbling because we are citizens who are uneducated and dumb.
I have my social security number.
We memorized it. I saw Reality Bites.
Venmo me and I'll give you it. I got great credit right now.
Sarah!
What?
Don't give people away.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
What if I wasn't?
I would be like very concerned.
Venmo me, I'll give you my social.
Well
That'd be so insane if I started giving out my social.
Selling your social is more intense than selling your eggs.
Yeah. Would you sell your eggs?
No.
Why not?
Well, my real reason is because I hate surgery.
Oh, you would have to have surgery if you sell your eggs? Or do you just start like injecting yourself with hormones? Like you become like a cow.
Is that what happens? Or do they have to go? Because I know when you freeze your eggs, it's like a retrieval process and you have to have a surgery, I think.
Honestly,
anything medical that's not like absolutely necessary and going to save my life, I can't do.
Well, what if you could for sure guarantee to have incredible children if you get those eggs on ice?
Right. Well, that's my reason for why I wouldn't want to sell my eggs because I know my kids are going to be amazing and I want them all for myself.
Well, what if you sell your eggs and then you find out later you have like this kid, it's like super dysfunctional and then you're like, fuck, why did I sell my eggs when I needed that extra cash?
Well, is it technically your kid or did you just...
Yeah, right?
Well, I mean, if you give a child up for adoption...
Yeah.
Which is basically what that is, adopt an egg.
Right.
Are you then saying like at any point this kid could still be mine just because I gave birth to it? Or are you being like, I'm making a decision now that that's not how I associate with this?
Well, I think it just depends because couldn't your kid decide later on to get back into contact with its birth mom? To like, fuck these other parents.
Right.
My real mom who sold my eggs for extra cash is where it's at.
Right. So I guess like the truth of what we're talking about is that no matter what like the relationship and framework is, if you've given birth to something, you'll always have an intrinsic connection to it.
Yes.
But I don't know if that's true for giving the eggs away. I really don't.
I think you would imagine you give your eggs away and then you have this kid that looks like you.
But it's like an asshole.
It was like raised wrong.
Yeah.
And then it tries to get back in touch with you.
Sucks.
And then you're like, fuck, I just needed an extra 20 grand when I was like in my late 20s. Now I have this dysfunctional kid.
You're like, you were the egg that has the worst part of my personality.
And it's just amplified by the weird people who raised you because they bought my eggs.
And the rogue sperm that fucking helped make you.
I don't like the idea of my egg being subjected to a rogue sperm.
Mm-mm.
Right?
On the contrary, I'm sure your eggs have been subjected to many a rogue sperm.
I know, but they haven't gone fully with the process of making an actual human.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want some say. Like when you sell your eggs, do you get some say into like what sperm is getting combined with it? There's like an interview process.
So yeah, like I think you have to just be like, they're buying it based on like your medical history and like your age and how you look.
No one wants these eggs. It's like, a mental breakdown in 2019. We're good.
But that wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
You were on drugs.
Yeah.
And that's to be expected. Anyone who's ever been on Adderall knows you're one too many milligrams away from a nervous breakdown.
At all times.
Yeah. You're on the edge, baby.
Don't put your kids on Adderall if you're listening.
Honestly, like, please don't.
It makes them so fucked up.
I recently was dating a guy, Sarah knows. Really liked him. Was I dating him? Let's be honest. What's dating anyways?
There was a rendezvous.
We had some intimacy.
There was some intimacy involved.
That's right.
There was exchanges,
That's
energetic exchanges.
Fluids were also exchanged.
Sexual exchanges. Yeah.
Things happened.
Yeah.
But he was a sad case where beautiful person, beautiful soul, but he had been put on Adderall when he was 5 years old, and he's like still so fucked up from it. Like he's in such a dark place.
How do you explain what Adderall does to your being to someone who's never been on it? Because if you're just listening and you're like, I've never been on it, but isn't it just like an ADD medication that some people need?
Yeah, that's what you think. That's how they get you.
That's how they frame it.
Yeah.
But like some people actually really need it. But the thing is, once you have been prescribed it, you quickly realize that no one actually needs to be that cracked out all of the time.
It's not that you need Adderall. You might need something like maybe there's other things you can do to manage a person who's not fit. Because what does needing it even mean? Like needing it in relationship to what? Like this society and the way things are. Like, this kid got put on it because he was like rambunctious in class. He like probably was crazy, super creative, like wacko spirit. We've all been in class with those types of kids.
We've all been that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like that behavior doesn't need to be adjusted by like just sedating you with a chemical. It's like we shouldn't be so rigid with the way that we think about how we're all supposed to be. I know I'm going really deep with this, but it's really upsetting because like, how would I explain it? Let's go back to that.
How would you explain Adderall?
It basically just like makes you...
You were on it.
Yeah, I was on it.
For how long?
I started taking it when I was a sophomore in college.
Okay.
And then I was on it and off it and on it. And I mean, I was never totally off of it until I was like 27 or 28.
Okay. So
it's kind of a long time.
When you get on it in college, that's when I first took it.
Yeah.
You're like, it's so normalized because everyone around you is taking it to prep for finals. At least that was my experience. It was like, okay, we have finals. So take this drug.
Oh my God, no, I was taking it all the time.
In college. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it really does. If you're someone who struggles with scholastic learning, it really does help you fit into that mold.
Yeah, your brain goes like, whoa, and you just like start hyper focusing.
Yeah, and you can
memorize stuff all of a sudden.
You're memorizing facts you don't care about.
Yeah, it's weird because I memorized so much stuff during that time, and it's actually like one of the biggest bummers I feel like of my own brain. That I don't remember most of that stuff.
None of the stuff I remembered.
It's like, what was the point of that? I just burned a hole in my brain.
Well, okay, so it feels like you're essentially doing crack.
Well, I don't know what it feels like to do crack because I've never done
what I would
crack.
imagine crack to feel like.
Honestly, I just feel like it's its own thing because, like, yeah, you get kind of what would be described as like cracky.
AKA, you're grinding your teeth. You're doing meth shit.
The energy is just so fucking intense.
And you're talking a mile a minute. You're color coding your closet.
Oh, you're planting and replanting a million times. You're folding. You're basically a psychopath folding socks.
Yeah, you like order.
You also
all of a
can't deal with people. So regular human interaction and like connection and just like kind of a slower, more like, let's call it like yin energy, feminine. You have no time for it.
Right.
Like I like lost so many friendships.
Same.
During that time.
Same, because you become what's a nice way to explain the way that you become when you
become a cunt.
Yeah, you become a huge cunt. No one wants to be around you because you constantly feel like edgy, I guess. Right? It's almost like you're like
breeds a narcissism.
It does breed a narcissism, but why?
Because it's like you become obsessive with yourself and like your productivity and like you're just focused on the wrong thing. I don't know how to otherwise explain it. You know what? It's like I might be really high, but like I've said this before and people have related to it, so I'll try it again. Like it feels like you literally get like a steel cage around your heart and then your brain just gets like all the energy that's normally distributed through other parts. It's like all in your head.
Yeah, and you're like,
and it's like
mapping shit out.
Really intense.
And you're not sleeping.
Not sleeping. That's why you end up needing to take like other drugs. Like a lot of people who are on Adderall are also on Xanax or also on like Klonopin or something to take off the edge. The best thing to do is to smoke weed. But if you smoke enough weed, you'll realize that you don't really want to be taking Adderall.
Yeah, then you'll be like, well, I'm too high and I'm on hard drugs, aka Adderall.
I remember when I was on Adderall, I was going to a psychiatrist and I would like tell her about my experience. And I was like, the best time on Adderall is when I'm like coming down and I'm just getting high on weed. Like that was like my favorite brain moment where I was like, felt like what I was seeking, like the mind clearing and the peace and all the things would happen just in that combination. And she's like, a lot of people say that. And I was like, I remember walking away and just being like, if a lot of people say that, then like maybe like dial back the Adderall and like tell people to smoke. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I just really found like the diagnosing and like talk back process to be kind of like dumb.
The Adderall. Yeah. I mean, well, we've talked about this before about how giving somebody Adderall is trying to basically get them to fit into a certain mold.
Yeah.
You become this productive human so that you can fit into what society wants from you, which is hard work, which is so that you can make money so that you can support yourself. You know what I mean? So you can fit into like the one infrastructure of what it means to be successful.
I forgot that I have to hold this microphone. I was giving myself a chest massage. I was like,
she's giving herself a lymphatic massage.
Yeah.
I saw you the other day giving yourself a lymphatic massage.
I do
it
it
inspired
a lot.
me to give myself a lymphatic massage. I was giving myself a lymphatic massage in the shower.
Feels good, right?
So what does that do for someone? A lymphatic massage. The more you say lymphatic massage, the harder it actually gets.
To say lymphatic massage 10 times fast.
Lymphatic massage, 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 lymphatic massage. Is that 10? Challenge accepted, bitch. Now
your mouth
turn.
is very dexterous.
Well, when I want to say lymphatic massage, it gets dexterous.
That's really great. Anyways, don't take Adderall. Like, there's so many other things you can do to like calm yourself down and heal yourself than taking Adderall. You know, there's herbs, there's practices, there's new thought patterns. There's a lot that can happen instead of tethering yourself to that thing, because like anyone that's gotten off of it can tell you that
your quality
it's
of
not going
life
to end well.
Yes, and your quality of life off of it versus on it is so much better off of it, right?
1,000 times.
It's like night and day. Like I remember being on Adderall being like, I don't think I can ever experience true joy.
Because it kills your heart.
It kills your heart. It makes you feel robotic almost, right?
Yeah.
Like you're on autopilot.
Yeah.
And people around you are like, when did she become such a cunt?
Mm-hmm.
My parents were like, you were just mean all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was? Because I'm not.
It's like because you're so
person.
impatient or something.
Like, come on, I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
That's the energy.
Like you're dead inside.
You're dead inside and you think like you're constantly in your own head thinking.
Because Adderall gives you an agenda of like,
let's go.
Thing.
Right.
It's like you're always in line at a coffee shop in New York.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like,
yes.
Calm down.
Yes.
And it's like everything's so intense.
You're in line at a coffee shop in New York and you're late for work.
And you're like answering emails.
Yes.
And you're late and you're in a fight with your boyfriend.
Yes.
And you forgot
just
dog
missed
food.
the subway.
Yeah. And you stepped in poop.
Yeah. And that's just a Wednesday on Adderall.
Yeah, that's just before noon.
Yeah, before noon, your whole sock drawer is color coordinated.
Well, that's not so bad.
That's not so bad. That's what I mean. There's certain things about it that when I was on it, it would make me feel so productive in ways that I had never been in my life.
I know, that's the problem. Like there is... That's why I think we could also be having this conversation if we're not going to be so black and white. It could be like a milligram conversation or like just a chemical conversation, because like I do know that like some chemicals do work with us in a certain way that can like ketamine, for example. I don't think that's a natural substance, but I believe in the power that it has to like cure anxiety.
See, like for me, ketamine scares me. The only experience I've had with ketamine is when I had my old roommate's boyfriend who was crazy would just be snorting it in the living room, and then he would just be like in a beanbag chair staring at the ceiling.
Oh, that's so dark.
And I remember coming out of my room being like, I don't want to ever be like that.
Right. Is it the act of snorting it that makes it bad?
I don't know. I think for me, I can't wrap my head around ingesting a horse tranquilizer for relief. Which seems a little extreme.
Well, listen, it's 2020. I mean,
listen, no. I do know that there are a lot of like intravenous ketamine treatments that people take underneath like doctor supervision.
Yeah, I don't know about the long-term effects like that.
Yeah, it's a newer form of alternative medicine. And I know that it's a dissociative drug. So
that's more the part that scares me.
That scares me too.
Yeah.
You know?
What's his name? The other Adderall guy. He does that too.
What Adderall guy? Oh, yeah. Yes.
But this is more to the point. It's like, what are we seeking then? Like once we're like adding chemicals and like leveling up and like, oh my God, wow, like I could be as productive as like to like color coordinate my sock drawer. Like, oh my God, like, or like I could be as chill as this, like with this like this one boost of something. Like I wonder about the real sustainability and like truth to like that. It just always feels like a Band-Aid. It's like if fucking color coordinating your socks is important to you, then you need to like balance your life enough to make time for that. You know, like what are you valuing?
Don't just do speed.
Right.
Well, it's like I need to take this to I need to take Adderall to be productive. I need to take a ketamine to dissociate from being productive.
Yeah.
I need to take, it's like there's something, I need to take ecstasy to feel love.
Yeah.
I need to take, if you're constantly seeking a drug to experience a new experience or a new feeling, then that's not going to work because you're never really experiencing the feelings.
Exactly.
Right. So I think I do think we live in a world where it has been so, like, productivity has been so valued and so much is placed on that. Yeah. That people just feel it's almost unattainable to be as productive as society expects us to be. I mean, now, not so much because we're in a pandemic. Yeah. So it's like, just hop on Zoom and pray for the best, you know, but before. Right. Trying to keep up in that rat race. What the hell? What about all the college kids who are on Zoom all day? Are they on Adderall all day?
Well, that's why I do think it's like there is that healing opportunity in this time, and why we're probably having this conversation is to be like, if you were ever questioning coming off of it or changing something, like now would be the time. Like we're not going to go back to the speed and whatever as before. Like, and by the way, like, why would we want to? We were all so fucked up and miserable.
Right. Well, what do you think the main things that people should be focusing on now during pandemic are? Because you have your wellness podcast.
Oh my God. I feel like I'm really high and we keep going down really good threads and then like I'll kind of like space out and then you're like good at diverting the focus. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is one of the best podcasts ever. I just did a hang loose sign. If you're just listening and you're not watching, I mean, you're obviously missing out if you're not watching. But
I was looking at you and I was like, man, I'm so sad. I have this really cute leopard bow that I wore to the beach yesterday, and I'm like looking at you, wishing that I had it in
your
my hair.
Leopard print bow.
Yeah, because I feel like that would be a cute like visual.
We can add it later. Have the editor add in a leopard bow.
Yes, please do. The aesthetic is important, is what I'm saying.
Yes, the aesthetic is important. No, yeah. So what do you think are for someone who's hasn't really taken care of themselves or is just starting to explore the self-care / wellness space, what are some things that like 101 wellness 101?
Stretching.
Oh, she's acting it out as we speak. She's up here, she's stretching her quads, she's stretching her forearms, she's turning into like a tiny dancer. Nobody knows.
Oh my God, that's something I'll remember 2024 literally forever, was when, it's kind of so sad, but when Trump first heard about RGB dying and Tiny Dancer was playing in the background.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah.
If that's not proof that God is a comedian, I don't know what is.
I mean, hilarious.
Like, what in the actual fuck is happening?
Whole year is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, what are some things for if you say you're like a basic dude, because sometimes I get some basic dudes, and I'm not shitting on my basic dudes that listen to this podcast. I love you guys.
Yeah.
But if you're a basic dude and you have yet to dabble in the wellness space, you're not really into self-care, like what are some things that you can start with?
Can I tell you what's really great about what you're asking?
Yeah.
It's my dream to make over basic dudes.
To make over basic dudes.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of you out there that have a lot of potential. You're really sweet.
Okay.
Good looking, hardworking.
Yes.
But just like are a little confused.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm here to help.
Yeah.
You know?
So let's start with basic dude.
Okay.
101.
Definitely. What do you think that is? A garbage truck?
I'm wondering.
Oh my God, is that your delivery?
I'm wondering if that's my delivery or a garbage truck.
That's got to be your delivery.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
They're probably wondering where to go.
Hang on.
I'll just sit here.
You sit here.
Do you want me to keep it going?
Let me just go see if that's that.
Okay.
And then if it is, well, you can pause.
Okay, perfect. What? What was it? Garbage? Garbage? They have your number, right? Because it's 3:19. They'll probably be here like
Closer to 4.
yeah.
Okay.
But they could. But they have your number, so if they're confused, they'll call you. Is
Yeah.
there service?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
So loud. Okay. Should I pause it?
No.
Okay. Basic
What
dudes.
was I saying?
If you're a basic dude,
Yeah. Okay.
we want to get
So you guys want to know how to like what? Just like get healthy and take care of yourself?
get healthy, take care of yourself, and also I think like let's touch on a little style stuff as well.
Right.
Let's start with
Yeah.
wellness though,
Yeah.
because that's your specialty, and then we can both dissect.
I definitely think the style thing is a big part of it also.
Style is a big part of wellness, right? I don't know if it's a part of wellness, but how you present yourself.
For me, I find aesthetic to be a reflection of your internal awareness.
Right.
But it can be a little harsh because like I'm not always expecting a guy to like pay attention to like what's cool and trendy. Like they don't always care about that, and that's fine.
Right.
But take the note.
Take the note. Okay, so here's the thing. You want your, what did Teeb say? What? You want your outside to match how you feel inside.
Right.
That's basically what you just said too.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so first things first.
Yeah.
Guys, you're like, I'm not wearing skinny jeans. It's like, okay, you got to come off that. We just need you in a pant that fits.
Let's take it back a notch.
Right.
Let's start with what are you doing when you first wake up in the morning?
You better be brushing and flossing.
Brushing, flossing, scraping your tongue, drinking water when
I'm
you wake
talking
up.
deep throating that toothbrush.
Get all the way in the back. Not the toothbrush, get the tongue scraper.
Okay.
That's how you really get the like stuff on the back out. You gotta
Do it to the camera. Okay. Wake up. Brush
Topanga
your
time.
teeth.
Brought to you by Clean Cause.
Brush your teeth. Okay, so after you scrape your
Just trying
tongue
to
and you're a
monetize,
guy.
honey.
After you scrape your
Yeah.
you scrape your tongue and you're a man,
Yeah. Then you'll
stretch.
have some water.
Have some water before breakfast, are you suggesting?
Yeah. Water just goes down first. Just have a bunch of water.
Hot water? Warm water?
No, just like water.
Is that a wellness thing?
Yeah.
What does that do? Lubricates
Hydration
you?
is the most important thing that we can do for our bodies.
She said as she sipped a
I
hydrating caffeine drink.
I'm drinking too much caffeine today too, but
that's fine. We're podcasting. It's fine. Don't do Adderall. Just drink caffeine.
I mean, it is kind of like that, but at the same time, like pick your poison well.
Yeah, we're sipping on a yerba mate.
Yerba mate is like the chillest, coolest. Like that's a traditional.
That's a traditional.
That's plant medicine.
Yeah, this is plant medicine.
Yeah. Obviously turned into like a very sellable Western thing, but like whatever.
Whatever's right. Okay, so if you're giving advice to men, wellness.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you have to care. Like, do these guys care about like their health? Like,
a lot of times they care,
what are they looking for?
But they don't.
Just general, like, better health.
Better health, yes. Like maybe some tips for people who are dealing with depression and anxiety, because right now with the pandemic, there's a lot of that, and especially with what's happening politically, and pandemic, politics, unemployment, that whole storm's causing a lot of chaos. And I've received a lot of people wondering ways that they can, manage their mental health, stuff like that.
I definitely think there's something to stretching, like you said.
Stretching?
Yeah, because, I would say yoga, but that might be kind of like out of reach. But
what
really,
do you mean? Like that's too much?
Like too much. But like if you just think about it as like stretching and like opening your body, it's like, and breathing. Mm-hmm. Hydrating, stretching, and breathing.
Hydrating, stretching, and breathing
are really important.
Stretching and breathing. And you think adding that to your routine every day. She says as she fully stretches. Did you hear that deep breath? Is there a way that you think? What?
That's it.
What?
Those are 3 good tips.
Stretching,
hydrating, and breathing.
Stretching, hydrating, and breathing.
You're opening up so much. I can share a really good meditation that this girl just made. Her name is Shiva Rasa, and she made this really cool 20-minute breathwork meditation.
Okay.
With cool music.
Okay.
And she guides you through a breathwork meditation. You could just like put that on every morning.
Okay.
That'd be like a really amazing
So maybe
thing.
we can link to that in this episode.
Yeah.
You send me that later.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you think that would help. And then what if you're a guy and you just, you need some style help?
A lot of you out there do.
A lot of you guys do need style help.
Send us a picture of you.
Email shenk@pod@gmail.com.
Yeah. And we will help you. Look at the photo and you can tell us what your problem is. Your biggest problem. Label your problems in 1, 2, 3 categories.
Yes. And don't type 5 paragraphs, please. Just keep it short.
1,
Send
2,
your photos.
3.
Some of you have sent shoes before and been like, can I wear these with khakis? And I've said no. Some of you have sent things before and said, are these shoes too crazy to buy? And I've said yes.
Send a picture of yourself.
With clothes on.
Send a wellness question. And send
a fashion or style question if you have one.
No, it's picture yourself and we'll assess the fashion problem.
Okay, we'll assess.
The wellness question and the number 1 problem in your life.
Yeah. This is for you basic men out there.
Yeah.
And we will get involved.
Yeah, we're gonna help you.
We're gonna queer eye for the straight guy you, but straight women you. Same vibe though.
No, I just feel that it's a tragedy. We're trying to heal anyone who's edging towards incel.
There's a lot of incels out there. If you're an incel and you are just spitting rage towards women because they will not fuck you, we can help you. Instead of calling us cunts online,
we'll give you a virtual hug and tell you to get a new pair of pants.
Yeah, yeah. And it
maybe
might
suggest
change your
take
life.
a B vitamin,
And it might change your life.
Likely will.
Have you done an IV for hydration?
Love,
Have you ever done an IV for hydration?
I've done an IV vitamin drip, but not specifically for hydration.
And what did that do for you?
I actually want to get one like now. They're so good. So most of us are like depleted in a lot of vitamins because the food that we eat in the soil is all stripped of its nutrients and factory farming and pesticides and antibiotics and the degradation of soil and all that stuff. We're not really as healthy as we should be if we were just to like eat the foods that are in front of us because of that. So most of us have certain vitamin deficiencies that can lead to illness.
Okay.
Like literally, for example, a vitamin D deficiency makes your lungs susceptible to illness. And a lot of America is vitamin D deficient. And then we see how many people contracted COVID.
So take vitamin D.
Yeah.
That's a good way to
take vitamin D. It's really good for you. If you're not spending like 6 hours a day in the sun. I don't know who's doing that.
Yeah.
But if you are, you're probably fine.
Yeah, 6 hours a day in the sun. Mm-hmm. I will say I am getting more time outside since pandemic, which does feel a lot better.
Same.
Right? Before it was better. Like I had milk white skin. Now you can see them. At least I have some Puerto Rican in me.
Yeah.
Before it was like, is she okay?
Yeah. She's a white ghost.
Is she anemic?
El Diablo.
You know what? Somebody once asked me if I was anemic and I was instantly insulted. Because when you were asking,
you look unwell.
Yeah.
Like, you don't look good.
Are you anemic?
Yeah.
You look exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
You look depleted.
I was anemic of B12.
You were.
Yeah. And that's what kind of got me into all the wellness stuff and started to teach me about how this stuff works because I myself was
anemic.
Yeah. I think I still probably am to some degree.
So how did you find out you're anemic to B12?
A good thing to do if you have like a lot of like weird persistent health problems is to get a full blood test vitamin panel.
A full blood test vitamin panel, and that'll pull up and show.
It's a much more in-depth read of what's going on in your body.
Okay, and then it can show you
like the levels and like what's high or what's low, and then you can start to like supplement and do things,
okay,
with vitamins or herbs or whatever is like in harmony with the body.
Okay.
That will bring you back to center. Like that's what I would suggest to someone who's trying to get off Adderall or someone who's trying to get off any drug. You got to get your body in like really good balance.
Right.
First and foremost.
Okay. So get a vitamin.
And I'm saying this, I'm like, I should like go back and like do that again. Like, and you have to keep doing it periodically. You do.
So it's a panel. It's a vitamin panel.
Yeah.
A vitamin blood panel.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems like that would be such a good thing to get.
You have to ask for it.
Okay.
That's what's like a bummer about like the healthcare system in America is like they just don't really like ask the deeper questions off the bat. It like takes you like getting a problem and then it's like harder to figure out. Whereas like
Eastern medicine's so different.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah, they both it's so different. It's just trying to keep you in harmonious place before you get sick.
Right. So would you advise that people who maybe aren't feeling well or they could be vitamin deficient or suffering from some type of unknown illness, would you recommend trying alternative Eastern practices before going to Western? As someone who's in this space, or what do you think? I think
doing both is good.
Yeah, like a marriage.
Yeah.
Because you do sometimes need Western medicine.
You do. And like I've brought my blood test to my acupuncturist and she's looked at it and we've used that in supplementation with other things that I'm doing.
So I think it's the same thing. It's like no matter what, you kind of have to be your own health advocate. You do.
And a good practitioner, I think a sign of a good practitioner is somebody who is willing to have that conversation with the other side.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You know, like, okay, yeah, like I'm coming to you, gastroenterologist, because I needed to find out that I had an ulcer.
Right.
And so I'm going to keep an eye on that with you. But instead of maybe taking certain medications, I'm going to go to this acupuncturist to be like, hey, is there like an alternative to healing this condition that doesn't involve me taking a drug that might affect my liver or something else, because a lot of those drugs have like counterindications and it's like you're just kind of, then you start becoming like playing like a weird chess game against your body.
Right.
Whereas like the other thing is more like healing it.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
For the most part.
Yeah. So so maybe start with the Eastern thing, see if you can heal it naturally. Yeah. And then if you can't, get the medicine involved. Or maybe it's a conjunction thing that you do it with Eastern and Western.
I think getting a blood test is a really good idea because then that just gives the Eastern the Eastern doctor more information, and that's good. More information is always better.
Right.
So it's like if you get the blood work done, which you just need a doctor basically to prescribe you to a lab, you pay for it. It's like it's not that hard. Then you take that to the acupuncturist or whatever, the functional medicine doctor, and you're like, and then this. So it's like they're doing less guesswork too. Because they can test you, like there's things you can do to be like, oh, you look like you might have a B deficiency.
Like, let me look at your tongue.
Totally. but like without the blood confirmation.
Was like, let me look at your tongue. I'm like, what are you looking at?
It's like the mapping of your health.
And that's scary because sometimes I look at my tongue and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Right?
You're like, ew, I'm dehydrated.
That's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
Sips yerba mate.
I know. I feel like the best way to drink this would be over ice, split with a Topo Chico.
Wow. She's a mixologist. She's
what else you got?
A yerba mate mixologist. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a fun job. We should do that on So Retrograde.
And just like natural drinks.
Yeah.
Fun, non-alcoholic natural
the bar
drinks.
Brought to you by That So Retrograde.
We like that.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do that. That's an Instagram TV series coming soon.
Yes. What are other meditative activities that people can participate in that might not be classic meditation?
Naps.
Naps as a form of meditation.
I highly recommend naps.
Naps. Are you a napper?
Big napper.
How long will you nap at a time?
30 minutes, sometimes an hour.
Do you feel...
Any longer than an hour is you're really tired.
You're sleeping.
Yeah.
Good night, bitch.
Good night.
That's no longer a nap.
Yeah.
Now you're clocking
You're an alcoholic.
You're putting an hour. Yeah. You're an alcoholic.
You have a really bad hangover.
Oh, I hate a hangover.
It's honestly like takes all the fun out of drinking.
It really does. I really don't drink mostly because of the hangover and because I get depressed.
Yeah.
And it's like a downer.
It makes me feel like shit.
And
but I'll still take back a couple glasses of wine.
She's been known to take back a couple glasses of wine.
That's like, I can roll with that for some reason.
Very European.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like that's going to be forever. I feel like I have to hold on to that. My red wine is my edge.
Your red wine is your edge.
Yeah.
I love that. Did you ever have anything weird pierced?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I had my belly button pierced.
Okay.
I had my nipple pierced.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had my tongue pierced.
No.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that. That's so weird. I was like, I wonder if she had her tongue. You had your tongue pierced? That's so slutty. How old were you?
Huh?
Oh, yeah, I can see it. She said see it with her mouth open and I could understand.
It was so slutty and amazing.
Did you have like one of those, those like tongue rings that are like, they're like plastic and they have like spikes on it?
No, I never did the spikes, but I did like a gemstone.
No.
Uh-huh. And I did a plastic ball, but then I mostly just kept it the regular metal. I just liked it like normal.
No. Mm-hmm. How long did you have that for?
Remember how people would do like the...
Yeah.
I would do that.
With your tongue ring?
Yeah.
And like play with it?
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
That's so wild.
How long did you have that for?
I think I was 16.
Were your parents pissed?
Yeah.
If I got my tongue, that would be it.
Maybe I was 17 and I was about to go to college. I can't remember. How my mom found out is that she was out of town.
No.
And we discovered, so I lived like kind of close to the Bronx. You could drive to the Bronx within like 25 minutes. And that's where like the city started. And that's where people would like go get drugs and go get piercings and tattoos, apparently.
Right.
And so I went there. My mom was out of town and I was staying with my friend and her family. And then my mom was friends with her mom and she came to have dinner like on last minute. She's like, oh yeah, I'll eat with you guys. And I was like, I wasn't eating. I couldn't eat because my tongue was all swollen. Because when you get your tongue pierced, it gets fucked up. Oh, I think that might be your truck. Okay, so your furniture came. We're happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry to eat.
It's fine.
On the podcast.
Shout out to Simple Meals, a really good grain-free vegan cookie. They also make a good cracker. We love it.
We love it.
So good.
So good. We're snacking. We're snacking and casting. Okay, wait. So, where do we leave up? Am I recording? Yes.
Cool.
When you're your own production team, sometimes things happen.
Things really do happen.
We were talking about your tongue piercing. I just
remembered. I personally really like chewing noises. I might be the only person on the planet. It's like an ASMR thing. Go for it. Okay, I think it's
Okay, that's
very
it.
creepy. I like a loud chewing. Yeah.
Like a loud, like yappy.
When I hear someone
New
like
Yorker
really
chew.
chewing something, it makes me feel like the food that they're eating is really good.
Sometimes it
Yeah,
always makes you feel like
depends
it's
on the
better than it
person.
really is too. Like if you hear
Right.
something crunchy and then someone's like, it was a carrot, there's a slight disappointment.
That's true.
You know what? What's your least favorite food?
My least favorite food? Huh. What a question. What's yours? It's like a hard thing
Raisins.
to answer.
I hate them.
I
don't
a
like the
raisin.
texture of a raisin.
Yeah.
I'm a big texture person.
Well, do you like a date or a prune or no undried fruits?
prune? Not no, but fuck no.
Oh, I love
A
prunes.
date? A date?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a date.
Yeah, dates are really good.
Dates are really good. You know what else
Yeah,
is good?
I've seen you beast some dates.
I've beat some dates. With almond butter. Probably with you.
Yeah.
Also, you know what's real good?
What?
Wrapping dates in bacon. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, but I have bacon guilt.
Because pigs?
Yeah, they're so sweet.
Uh-oh.
I know.
That's
I
how
don't
it
know
starts.
what's happening to
She's
me.
going to become a staunch vegan.
No, I'll never be a militant vegan. That's what they all
That's what
say.
they all say. No one who becomes a vegan says, I'm not like other vegans.
I don't
At
think
first they say, I'm not like other vegans. I get it. I don't push my views on anybody. And then you hang out with enough vegans and guess
But I don't
what?
think I'll ever be vegan. I already was. I prefer to have some blood.
Ugh.
Some cow, some bone broth, some fish. I just feel like pigs are really cute.
Pigs are really cute.
And I don't think that it even really does anything for my body. It's the same way I feel about chicken. It's like, ugh.
Chicken, I love.
I'll eat it sometimes, but when I really think about it, I can't do it.
I like, but so you only fuck with cow or what?
Yeah. I know that's so weird.
It's so
Or
weird.
like a bison, or any red meat.
A bison?
Yeah. I'll eat some venison.
That seems gamey as
I'll
fuck.
eat some- yeah.
A bison?
No, bison's really good. It's just like beef,
Okay. I'm open.
but like more gooder, more better.
More gooder?
Yeah.
She likes bison because it's more gooder.
Yeah, I really should stop eating red meat. My brain is becoming so stupid.
Wait, is it the red meat or is it the joint?
It's probably all of it. I'm devolving. I feel like in the middle of in the beginning of the pandemic, I came out swinging with my health, and I feel like now it's October. It feels like a heavy vibe. I'm just like,
Leaning into that?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna get fat for the winter. I think it's gonna be fun.
Thick girl fall?
Yeah. Thick girl fall.
Or-
Big sweatsuits. Gentle walks around the block. Nothing too crazy.
I like that.
You know, like maybe some arm weights, but like
Yeah.
keep it chill.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
So wait, how did your mom find out about the tongue ring?
Okay, what I wanted to say about that is that I remember thinking, I forget what the name of the place was, but when I was getting my tongue pierced, there was a picture of Busta Rhymes on the wall, and it was
No.
like the place where Busta got his tattoos in the Bronx. And
No.
I remember being like, I am in the right place.
No.
Yeah, and you know who was just unmasked on The Masked Singer?
Busta?
Yeah.
You're the only person I know who watches The Masked Singer, and it's so problematic to just reference The Masked Singer like it's every day people are watching it. You're literally the only person I know who watches The Masked Singer. It is the dumbest show of all time.
It's so dark,
You're
but
like-
so fucking amazing.
When Sarah Palin came out on The Masked Singer singing Baby Got Back,
Yeah, that was a really...
what costume was she in? Do you remember?
Yeah, she was in a rainbow bear costume.
I don't know if you should be proud about knowing that or I knew that you would know the answer. Yeah, Sarah Palin and Rainbow Bear. Absolutely.
I will say that was I told you that was the moment where I realized the world was about to end, and it really was right before the pandemic hit. It was just like
Was that in 2020?
Yeah, it was so chaotic. It was like March.
That
Right
was
before everything had closed down. It was like the last thing I watched on TV, and then I woke up to like COVID, and I was like, I knew it.
Sarah Palin in a Rainbow Bear costume.
Singing Baby Got Back, and then saying that, basically using that song to like make a political statement. And then I was just like, blah, 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 blah. I was like, this year is crazy.
No.
Yeah, already before the pandemic.
A Rainbow Bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
recommend Googling it, honestly. It's It's kind of great.
Sarah Palin, was that your favorite reveal?
No.
What was?
My favorite reveal
I saw
been,
Mickey Rourke was on it.
Yeah, he was.
He revealed himself.
Yeah. Oh, you've been watching.
No, I saw a clip from Entertainment Tonight, Mario Lopez. I was like, is this news?
No, it's literally proof that like the society is a total farce. Like I think that's like I have like a sick appreciation for The Masked Singer because it's like so insane. Like what is happening? Like literally what is happening?
No,
like,
you like the entertainment. Don't lie.
I know
you love it. You fucking love The Masked Singer. You love being surprised by who's underneath the costume. And I think you would like to go on it as a contestant. If we're being completely honest. You like The Masked Singer more than anybody. You might be the biggest fan of The Masked Singer. If there was an invite to go see it live, I think you would go.
Maybe I would definitely be a guest judge.
She wants to go to a live taping of The Masked Singer.
I want to give my hot takes and encouragement to the Snow Owls.
Is that a costume?
Yeah, it's the first ever duet this season.
No, there's a duet.
Yeah, they think it's Donnie and Marie.
Oh! It's okay, I'm sorry, but if it was Donnie and Marie, that'd be a huge reveal.
I know. No, the people. Okay.
Well, you're gonna have to keep me posted because I'm not gonna watch this show,
dude. It's just hilarious because people who have had like good careers do it, and I don't know if it's like a
Sarah
good thing or a bad thing. And then people who are like, well, Sarah Palin being on is just proof that America will forgive anyone because like.
What
9
was
years
she?
ago, we were like, fuck Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin 9 years ago
was trying to be the vice president with...
I don't know.
Who was the...
No one comes to us for politics.
But who was the...
The thing is, I have no idea. Bush?
Was it his second term?
I don't know.
We should know that. We're dumb.
But are we? You know that Sarah Palin, you know what she was demasked as. You knew she was the rainbow bear. That seems more on brand than knowing who she was going to be the vice president for.
So true. Oh, look, the first thing that comes up, if you Google Sarah Palin now, and the first thing that comes up is Masked Singer. Say goodbye to your political career.
The fact that Sarah Palin had a political career.
I once played her. Oh, running. Who did she run with? Vice presidential. Oh, that's right. John McCain.
Oh, yeah.
Duh. Interesting.
Is that a duh?
No, just like I forgot
it's not
about
even
him.
in my mind anymore.
Yeah.
Because my mind's so blasted from the pandemic.
I thought that was what was so brilliant about the Jim Carrey SNL opening was that moment in the end where he paused him and then what he said was like, isn't it so amazing just to not hear him talk for one goddamn second?
Yeah.
It was like the truest like read of what we all feel, which is like a collective like, make it stop!
I mean, Jim Carrey was so amazing.
He was so amazing.
As Biden.
That was so funny.
I was like, I wonder if what he's going to be able to do. And it was like subtle and perfect. It was so good.
It was so beautiful.
The whole episode was so great.
I just started reading his book.
Jim Carrey's. Do you like it?
I just started, so I can't really.
Is it about
A lot
spirituality?
of flowery language.
We love that about him.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised though.
Yeah. It's deep and weird.
He's deep and weird, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he like go live in the woods for a while?
You know, I kind of like lost track of his spiritual journey, but I know that he was really into Eckhart Tolle in the beginning of when he kind of came out like in the West in like 2000.
Oh yeah, right around the time Oprah
or 5 or
got into
something.
him, like
Yeah.
New Earth.
Yeah, and The Power of Now.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. I'm sure he's been on a wild journey. I mean, he went pretty deep.
Yeah. I want to read that book too.
Okay, you can have it when I'm done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's our episode.
Anyways, I took my tongue ring out because
your tongue ring.
I was studying acting in college, and she was like, said I couldn't speak in Shakespearean language if I had a tongue ring.
Did you have a lisp?
I didn't think so, but I don't know. I kind
It
of
fucked up your
taking it out.
iambic pentameter
Yeah, but
or whatever.
can you imagine if I still had it right now?
No.
I feel like that'd be cool.
No.
What do you guys think? Can we bring back tongue rings?
No.
I feel like it's cool.
Ew, you went like this. I feel like it's cool. It's like showing off your tongue as though you have the ring. And it's like, if you're going to be walking around doing that, maybe just don't. She's like, what do you think? I think don't.
Is it like the sluttiest thing in the
It's like, I will lick anything.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I lick taint. Did you see my fucking stud in my tongue?
Yo.
You know?
Yeah. All right. I won't do it. I'm not gonna do it again.
This is my wife.
Yeah, you can't have that when you're in your 30s. That's weird. But if you'd never taken it out, it'd be cool, is what I'm saying.
No, it'd be like, why didn't she ever take that out?
Because she liked it.
Like, she's really
Committed.
freaky. What does a tongue ring say about you?
You know, I don't know. Like, I remember being called a slut from my parents, for sure. But I didn't even do it to suck dick. Like everyone said, I did it. I really thought it looked cool. And it felt bad. And like,
what
a
about,
cool
I
way.
wanted an eyebrow piercing, which I'm so glad I didn't get.
I liked that one too. Yeah, then you'd have like 2 little dots.
Yeah, no. No.
Yeah.
Well, you know what piercing I hate the most?
It.
You know what piercing I hate the most?
What?
The Monroe.
What's that?
Like, it's like a mole.
Oh, I don't like just flesh piercings like that.
Yeah. Or have you seen this?
Like when Cardi got her like chest pierced,
Yeah.
I was like, doesn't that like pull with clothing? Like that feels like so.
What about when people put like,
In their neck?
Yeah, the neck ones with 2 balls.
It's too many variables of hair and clothes.
And like it's close to your spinal cord.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend that at all.
Just do a lymphatic massage, stretch,
Yeah,
hydrate. Okay, well that's our episode.
This was
but
so much
before
fun.
we leave,
Oh shit!
I have to give you a gift from
Oh my
Yeah
God,
Socks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God, I love these.
Shop ohyeah.com, discount code Sara10, SARA10.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're
Oh, yeah,
welcome.
Socks. At Simbari.
Yay! Thank you guys so much for listening
I love
and
the
watching.
leopard mask.
Oh yeah, she loves the leopard mask.
Yeah, that's where I'm looking to bring that into my fall wardrobe.
I think we could arrange that. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching another episode of Shank. Where can our listeners and viewers find you before we sign off?
At So Retrograde and Simbari and our Twitch live stream.
Oh yeah, we have a Twitch live stream.
Did they follow? How does it work on Twitch? Do you have to follow us
Yes.
or subscribe?
Subscribe.
Okay,
We don't know yet.
let's announce. I want to announce it right now.
Okay, we're going to be doing Twitch.
It's called the Girls Room Collective. Find us on Twitch, become a member, and then we're gonna start putting stuff on it soon with a bunch of people.
And it's going to be fun.
It's gonna be so fun. Tell us what you want us to learn about and do and talk about.
Yeah. Maybe we'll even do some paper mache.
Yeah, I'm saying crafts. I'm saying yoga. I'm saying lymphatic massage. I'm saying video games.
We're
I'm
saying weed smoking.
weed smoking. I'm saying book recs. I'm saying live readings. I'm saying reenactments.
Sports.
I'm saying karaoke. Sports.
I'm
What's
seeing
sport?
a trampoline.
I'm seeing a trampoline. I'm seeing
Seeing a hula hoop.
I'm seeing a softball game.
We're seeing a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
and you can see it too.
Yeah.
Twitch. What is the Twitch?
The Girls Room Collective.
The Girls Room Collective. That's the username.
I love how we've done nothing on it and we're just putting it out there to see
But
what happens.
we are. We're
Yeah.
building our fan base.
Yeah, we want to have a Twitch community.
If you're a Twitcher,
Join the collective.
join the collective. Welcome to the collective. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for listening and watching another episode
I'm
of
saying
Shank.
ASMR.
I'm seeing ASMR.
Seeing natural drink mixing sessions. Sponsored by Air One, you bitch.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye.